and thanks for staying with us. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service speaks on activities of the customs in the first quarter of 2025. Also, on customs reports, PTLM Command speaks on B. Odogusi stakeholders operating at the port, plus more report. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has been speaking on the level of collection of first quarter of 2025. He said that customs will continue to surpass the monthly target as approved by government. You are watching the program Customs Report.
The total trade value handled by customs amounted to 36.3 trillion, demonstrating Nigeria's substantial participation in international trade despite the global economic challenges. This performance reflects our growing commitment to implementing trade facilitation measures that enhance our competitiveness in the global market. Let's now talk about some key initiatives, most of them in the area of trade facilitation. During the first quarter, the service achieved several significant milestones in our modernizations and institutional development agenda. These achievements align with our strategic objectives and contribute to our overall mandate. And the major ones are: one, the Bodogu platform expansion. During the quarter, we continued the rollout of our indigenously developed customs clearance platform, Bodogu, expanding its operation to additional customs formations across the country. This expansion has enhanced operational efficiency and improved service delivery to our stakeholders. Two, the Authorized Economic Operator AEO program. On 14th of February 2025, we officially launched the Authorized Economic Operators Program AEO, a World Customs Organization endorsed initiative that recognizes businesses with strong compliance record and security standards. This program provides benefits such as expedited clearance, reduced inspections, and enhanced predictability in customs procedures for those operators that meet the eligibility criteria. And third is the launch of our Corporate Social Responsibility Program. During the quarter, we witnessed the official launch of our comprehensive Corporate Social Responsibility Program tagged Customs Care on 20th of March 2025 at Government Secondary School, Wuse Zone 3, Abuja. This program is directly supporting presidential priorities and UN Sustainable Development Goals. The program's 6 pillars of education, health, environment, food security, social investment, and support for creative economy were activated with 2,000 students receiving 10,000 notebooks, 2,000 school bags, and 4,000 pens, while the school benefited from CCTV security system and solar-powered lighting. A concurrent medical outreach served 1,000 community members with basic health care and anti-malaria nets, demonstrating immediate impact. The historic launch was attended by the Honorable Ministers of Finance, Education and Youth Development, alongside national and international development partners, marking our commitment to nationwide social investment. With the activities now expanding across all the 6 geopolitical zones, Customs Cares represents a structured, scalable approach to community development, transforming corporate social responsibility into tangible improvements in educational infrastructure, healthcare access, and environmental sustainability. The last of this initiative is the support for government food security initiatives. In line with federal government efforts to address food security challenges, the service implemented exemptions on import of essential food items like maize, rice, and sorghum. The duty exemptions on food imports have contributed to recent food price reductions, with effects seen both immediately and over a period of time. The first quarter 2025 waivers on maize, for instance, was 45.23 billion naira. Rice was 751.6 million, and sorghum was 202.3 billion. And this also contributed to lowering prices by between 12 to 18% this year.
The custom boss warned importers to desist from smuggling uncustom goods into Nigeria. He urged importers to comply strictly with import regulations.
Their actions are exemplary to the core values of a service as articulated in our code of conduct, which are integrity, professionalism, and patriotism. It is imperative to emphasize that we shall maintain an uncompromising stance on enforcement of import regulations. We hereby serve notice to all our importers, exporters, and agents and other stakeholders within the international trade environment that our intelligence network, our technological capabilities, and the strength that we derive from interagency collaboration have been significantly enhanced to detect and intercept prohibited items regardless of concealment methods or documentation subterfuge. We have documented a disturbing trend of increasing sophistication in smuggling techniques, which necessitates corresponding advancements in our enforcement methodologies. I want to assure Nigerians that we shall deploy all resources at our disposal to ensure that our borders remain secured against the importation of items prejudicial to national security, economic prosperity, and public health. The service hereby solicits the continued cooperation of all stakeholders in ensuring compliance with extant import guidelines. We urge members of the public to utilize our confidential channels for reporting suspicious shipments and import activities. Our collective vigilance remains the most effective deterrent against transnational criminal networks attempting to compromise our borders.
According to the custom boss, between the month of January and April 2025, a total of 11 containers have been seized with expired goods coming into the country.
We have intensified surveillance across all authorized points of entry, specifically seaports, airports, and approved land borders. This is in direct response to the adaptive methodologies being deployed by transnational criminal networks seeking to compromise our border security architecture and circumvent established import protocols. Of particular concern is the alarming prevalence of unregistered pharmaceutical products entering our supply chain without requisite regulatory approvals and quality assurance certifications. These items constitute a clear and present danger to public health, with potentials to cause significant morbidity and mortality if permitted to infiltrate our domestic markets. Customs, in collaboration with other agencies of government in exercise of our mandates, have therefore escalated our risk assessment protocols at all points of entry. And I'm going to be specifically talking about what has happened in this command, which between January and April 2025 has executed a series of targeted interdictions resulting in the seizure of prohibited and restricted imports. These operations yielded a total of 11 seizures comprising 5 units of 40-foot containers, 2 units of 20-foot containers, and 4 additional seizures of loosely concealed contraband items. We are going to be seeing them. The duty paid values of all this amounts to 921 billion naira. All these items fall into 3 different categories. The first category is that of unregistered pharmaceutical products lacking mandatory NAFDAC registration numbers and certification, which is a direct contravention of Section 28 of NAFDAC Act, Cap N1, Laws of the Federation, And this constitutes 63.7% of the total seizures that we have today, more than half of them. In the second category are expired food items with compromised safety profiles that pose imminent danger to public health if introduced into the consumer markets in violation of the Food Products Registrations and Regulations and Pre-Shipment Inspections of Exports Act. The third category is that of controlled equipment, including drone technology and telecommunication devices imported without the requisite end-user certificates from the Office of the National Security Advisor. And if you want to break down this further, the first 40-footer container, CAAU 6514500, has 89 cartons of unregistered pharmaceutical products. The second container, 40-footer TCNU 6880130, has 242 cartons of unregistered pharmaceutical products. The third 40-footer container, MRSU 3041714, has 1,001 cartons and packages of Hydra sildenafil citrate tablets. These are also lacking requisite NAFDAC registrations. The third, a 40-footer container, has 1,400 packages of original, so-called original chest and lungs Vita Plus big booty tablets, also unregistered. Number 5 is 40-footer container, which has 805 packages of unregistered products. This one was falsely declared as cosmetic powder. Then we also have the 20-footer container GCNU 1367992, which had expired margarine products. We also have a container 20-footer GCNU 1372704, which has expired margarine products. 60 units of Warrior drones, some of which we see down there. We are going to look at them. These drones were evacuated from container number MSKU 9329923. It's a 40-footer container, and none of those drones have end-user certificates. They are estimated to be valued 15.9 million naira.
The customs area controller also speak on the nature of the seizures.
Sildenafil citrate, we have a total of 1,001 cartons. Sildenafil. Another 53 units of different helicopter drones here too. They are also located from container.
The Controller General also urged importers and agents to come forward and clear their consignments without delay. The Nigerian Customs, under Customs Care, has renovated and rebuilt a nursery and primary school long abandoned. The event took place at Amuwo Odofin local government area, where Apapa Customs led to the rebuilding of the school. The school now wears a new look, now has solar lights, water, and a clinic fully renovated by the Customs. The Customs Controller General handed over books and bags to the students. The city speaks on Customs Care.
One thing that I heard here this afternoon was that this school was established decades ago by the President, His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was Executive Governor of Lagos State. It is very interesting that an agency under him has come back over 20 years when this school was established to take a look at the school and see how we can upgrade the standard and the infrastructure. I am therefore very, very happy to be here this afternoon to identify with a major need of the school. The CAC has told you that before we chose this school, extensive engagement was made, consultation was made with the community and the teachers before we agreed that we are going to pick on this school and carry out our renovation exercise. As you possibly know, and as you have heard before, the projects that we undertake are driven by the pillars of our corporate social responsibility program. And one of them is education and health. In education, we are undertaking projects that will have direct impact on our schools and on our students. We are therefore doing projects that will affect our students directly. And one of them today, I'm happy to inform you, is that we have brought exercise books, textbooks, school bags, and sandals for all the students of this school. Apart from those that speak to the direct need of students, we are also improving infrastructures when we see the deficits. And what we have chosen to do in this school is to renovate the entire school. And I'm happy that through our PAPA and the stakeholders, we have been able to deliver on this project. Of course, another critical pillar of what we are doing is the health care delivery. And this is why we are also going to see what we are doing to the healthcare center of this community. We know that the needs and the needs of this community is more than what we have done. But we have taken the first step towards entering into an enduring partnership with this community. Only this lagoon separates us. We are working there day and night, and this community is existing side by side us in these circumstances that need our help, that need our intervention. This is why we are assuring the community that what we are doing today is just the beginning. What we are doing in the school today is just the beginning. I've also been told that we are going to make intervention in the distribution of mosquito nets and other malaria treatments and medicaments, and also a full-fledged medical outreach to members of the community. The biggest of this all is that we are going to stand on the pillar of education. And I have seen the need for a higher school in this community. If this school was established over 20 years ago, and since then there hasn't been a junior secondary school that will serve the community, it means there exists a need for the school, and we are therefore going to key into this major need in this community. Let's go.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of Port Terminal, Multi-Service Limited PTLM Command, has achieved integration of the portal with Form M and pre-arrival assessment report per document. The controller was speaking to stakeholders when he addressed B. Odogu operation at the port.
Odogu has accounted for over 196.5 billion to national profits. When we started, that was in November. Till today, that's what I'm giving to you. So you tell me it's working. If it is not working, it won't get anything. So if I want to give you the accurate figure, I think my PRO will give it to you, but I can read it out. It's 196 billion, 529 million, 855,000, 763. Now, is it 100? Is it no kobo at all? So it only means it's working. That's the product. That is what we are offering. That is what we are saying, that yes, it is working because we are realizing money in it or from the USCMS platform. And we know that yes, because it's still new, some of us are having challenges. getting how to put in your power in the system, your foreman. That is why we are here today. With the man in charge of QI, the man in charge of Budogu here, that's AC Abbas and his team. They will get you through, they will help you on so many things. FORMEM is called monitoring form. FORMEM, monitor, your reverse monitoring form. Is a form that the CBA uses to monitor your activities, your financial transactions. That's why they call it FORMEM, monitoring form. So you need it. That is why for every import that comes into Nigeria, the CBA wants to have an idea because they have to calculate the trade statistics at the end of the day. The foreign exchange use, how we are using it, how it's coming in, how it's going. But it's only in Nigeria we say not valid for forest. We'll get there a time where every business will be valid for forest. Hello? But not valid for forest, I don't know what it means. It's not valid for forest. It only means you are sourcing it locally by yourself. But I pray a time will come, every business will be valid for forest. It is then we can actually account for the amount of money we have in circulation. We will know how much is going out, how much is coming in, how much is being expended. And if you see your FORMEM, if you carry your FORMEM, you see so many classifications. There are some is bills for collection. There are some in telegraphic transfer. Do you understand? They all have their meaning.
We now bring you some of the important stories that took place in most of the commands in the country this week.
In 2025, the Nigerian Customs Service intercepted $1.154 million and 135,900 Saudi riyals as undeclared foreign currency at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, which is higher than the approved threshold when traveling in or out of the country. But these are just the known figures. It is estimated that several millions in naira, dollars, and other foreign currencies pass through Nigeria's border points on a daily basis. With terrorism financing on the rise, authorities are worried that this may pose serious security threats to the country. This is why law enforcement agencies are tightening the noose on those involved in movement of currencies across borders.
There is need to remind the stakeholders involved about the legal requirement for the movement of cash or other negotiable instrument that is above the threshold of $10,000. Definitely, it could bring image and reputation of our country among the Committee of Nations. Definitely, it can affect it. Doing the right thing can bring positive change, and doing the wrong thing can bring negative change.
Regulators are also concerned that as illicit funds find their way across the borders, it undermines the Anti-Money Laundering Act.
Today, we will clarify the legal requirement, reporting obligation, and consequences of non-declaration. In line with that, the program is aimed to achieve, to educate the stakeholders on legal framework governing cash movement in and out of Nigeria.
The mandate of the ICPC are three in nature. Number one, prevention. You know, they said prevention is better than cure. When you prevent corruption from happening, you are saving a lot of money.
Bureau de Change operators who were part of the meeting blame ignorance for failure to make declaration of the currencies by travelers.
I'm appealing to our teaming stakeholders and exporters. They should allow this policy to be taken up in such a way whereby all the goods that they have exported should come, the money should come through NXP form.
Most of our people lost their money because of their failure to declare their money. More especially last month, our members lost over 2 billion naira, not because their money is not a good money or not legitimate money. It is because they failed to declare their money legally.
Just before the end of this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Contract General of Customs has continued to applaud the collection of duty by most commands in the country. For me, Igeseme, thanks for watching.